Well, hi. Welcome back to Glitter 50, the last installment of my eyeshadow palette declutter. The first one had 36 in it. The second one had 43 in it. This one has 56 in it. It's going to be a minute. Do I think there's any I'm going to get rid of? No, not a whole lot. But I could surprise myself. I could surprise myself. So I'm actually going to start off with these palettes here that were actually in my um, ColourPop drawer that were stacked up over here. I'm going to go ahead and start with these because why not? So this is the stack of Nomad Cosmetic palettes. This one is their Haunted Europe, and it has a I don't know if I can get you to see. It has a lentricular. There you go. There's a guy and he has a skeleton. Um, it has movement to it. Now you're going to look at this and go, Chandra, you haven't used that a whole lot. And you're right. I have not used it a whole lot. This happens to be other people's favorite. And out of all of my palettes that I have from them, I believe this is my least favorite, even though it has the grungy tones. And maybe I just haven't given it enough love to really see what it's worth. However, I think I'm going to get rid of it. Wow. Because it is so gently used and because I have not fallen in love with it and I've had it for years. So many people have absolutely loved this. I'm trying to look and see. Of course, it says 12 months, but it's not my favorite. It's it's just not. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. I know it's unpopular opinion to a lot of YouTubers, but I'm not going to get any more use out of it. This one is, what's it called? Paradise Islands. And I still have the little tissue inside it. I love this color story. Have I used it a whole lot? No, not really. But it is beautiful. It is colorful. It is staying in my collection. And I'm putting the little tissue paper back in just because that I like to store things the way they came and keep that in there to help keep the shadows safe. So I'm going to keep that one. This one is the Whistler Snow Lodge, and I love this color story. I showed this in my winter palettes, Christmas palettes, whatever you want to call them. There's a plane going over, so if you can see that, I'm sorry, or hear that, I'm sorry, but okay, it's gone. So this right here is a beautiful color story. I have used it a lot. I am keeping it. It's not going anywhere. One of my other favorite palettes from, I have a lot, but this one is their Iceland Fire and Ice palette, and it's beautiful. Love this color story. Love these shades. Not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Love it. And I don't know if you saw, but there's little gnomes on the inside or whatever. It's beautiful. So cute. This one is Nomad Royal Europe. I love this packaging. It's 3D packaging. It's so nice. Absolutely love it. And this was the first time that Nomad had tried its hand at multi-chromes or dual chromes. And see, you can see the different colors. I love this palette. Love it. It's staying. Um, And I can never say this one right. This is something Provence palette, and it is a beautiful pastel palette. Now, Nomad, I forgot to say with all of these, Nomad generally gives back a portion of their proceeds from their palettes, gives back a portion to something in the area of where these are from. Like this one, they gave to bee conservation, these yellows. Love them. They're my favorite because yellow is my favorite color. Pardon me. Keeping this one. So the last Nomad palette that I have, this is the National Parks palette, and it has, or America's Parks, sorry, America's Parks. And it has, look at all those. There's all these things, all these places that I want to go to. Yellowstone, I've already been to. Zion, I haven't. I'm going to the Grand Canyon next year. I mean, Yosemite's here. There's all kinds of Olympic National Forest. There's just, it's so pretty. Look at those colors. Again, with the yellow and the prettiness, and I love it. And staying. staying. So there's those. I don't remember what they gave to for this one. You can look them all up, I believe, and they all tell you what they gave to. But Nomad has good formula, great. Love it. Okay. Juvia's Place, Garden of Juvia's. These are beautiful. These are so pretty. The pastels are great. I have dipped into this several times. However, if I'm being honest, I have other palettes that I can dip into, and this palette right here could go to a better home. Someone else could get better use out of it. So I'm going to give that one up. That surprises me. This little elf quad is so pretty. This is Hot Jalapeno. And I love this little quad. However, I have these colors in other palettes that I would reach for over this. This is great quality, and it's like $3 at the drugstore. It's great, but I use other ones more than I would use this. So that one's going to go. This was one of the only Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes that I ever owned. This is Ayana. This was one of the BoxyCharm palettes that you could get. There was another one that was more colorful, which was actually the one I really wanted, but you didn't get to choose. They sent you whatever they wanted. And they sent me this one, and I have used it one time, and I don't like it. It's good quality, but it's not my color story. It's not something that I'm drawn to a lot. So it's going. I know. Odin's Eye. I'll do all of my Odin's Eye right now. This is Erd from their Norns collection. And look at that. I have actually used this several times, and I love this. But again, I'm really gentle with my palettes. This one's not going anywhere. I love this. So this is staying. Going to go ahead and grab, maybe, possibly, all of my Odin's Eye. So we can just go ahead and go through it. If you heard that airplane, yeah, this is the Solomono 2. I should probably do it. No, it's okay. This is actually the Solomono 2 Moon Wish palette. And I love this color story. I love these shadows. I love this pale yellow. There was a look that Manny MUA did with his Moonshroom palette, and I used this one and a couple other palettes to make that look that he did on his eye, and it came out very similar, and I love it. And I love Odin's Eye formulas and all of everything about them. So this is staying. This is the first Solomono 2 palette, and I have so many looks with this palette, and I don't know if you can even tell, but I have used this palette so much. I do a look with the orange, the yellow, orange, and maroon color that everybody absolutely loves, and they tell me all the time how much they love it on my eyes, and um, I love this palette, so that's staying. I did the Christmas palettes, and I wanted this palette for so long. This was one of the first Christmas palettes that they did, and it is absolutely beautiful. I love this, absolutely love it. It's not going anywhere, staying with me. Love Odin's Eye. Snow Dream has one of my absolute favorite colors in it. This reminds me of home. This reminds me of Vermont. This reminds me of old Christmas. And it has frankincense in it, which is one of my absolute favorite colors. I love the greens in here. I love this. Love this. Not going anywhere. Staying with me, obviously. Now, I have all three of Angelica, Nyquist, and Odin's Eye collection. Now, if I ever get to go on that trip and Sam and Angie are on that trip, I'm taking all of my palettes and I'm hoping that they will sign them for me because I absolutely love their content. I love their aesthetics. I love this palette. I have used the grungy greens. I've used the pinks. I love this. Of course, I'm going to say that a lot. Please don't take a drink every time I say that. Yeah. And then Angie came out with these two for Halloween. And I'll show you my quote unquote least favorite of the two, but I love them both. This is like your typical Halloween grungy palette. This is like pumpkins and warm weather and fall and autumn, whichever you want to say. This is that in a palette. Love this palette. This is called the Trick or Treat palette. This is no longer available. This is called the Hela palette. There's a Norse mythology about Hela, and you could go back and research Angelica Nyquist's Odin's Eye Hela palette, and you could find out she goes into detail about all of that. And then this one is the little ghost palette. Now this is the candy bowl that you would get. You would see like all the different Tootsie Rolls and Dum Dum Pops, and this is the Halloween fun party type palette. That's what I see when I look at it. It's beautiful. I love it. I do the yellow, the orange, the red. I use that for that look. Also with a little bit of the maroon down here. This is like a maroon brown color. It's beautiful. Absolutely love it. Again, it's Odin's Eye. I love Odin's Eye. Yeah. None of these palettes are going anywhere. So there's that. Okay, BH Cosmetics. They did a thing 2 years ago, where they did a tiny palette every single month. It was $5 on the first day. And I don't remember how much it was after that, but they were the cutest little palettes. They did have a glitter, pressed glitter in it, but this is super, super cute. I think I've used this one time again. So there's no reason for me to keep it. It's going to go away. I have two from Adept. This is the Kodan palette. Oh, shh. Sorry, dogs. And this is the Color Story. It has two mattes and the rest are all shimmers. And I have used this one. I need to use it more. The colors in here are gorgeous. I just need to use this with other palettes because it doesn't have enough mattes in it for me, for what I like to do. So I do like this. It is staying in my collection. Then the other one that I have is from Heather Austin and the Adept. And then this is her Color Story. There's two mattes here and there's two mattes here and very pretty shades. I have used this a lot. The shades, I mean, you can tell that I use this a lot. And it's like one of my most used palettes, I think. But it also does move around a lot. So you do have to be kind of careful when you're using these colors. Alrighty. This is the Sinister palette, which was in the mystery box with Cosmic Beauty. So if you don't want to see what was in that box, look away. Not that, yeah, anyway. This is what the Color Story is. It looks like this is an empty pan, but it's actually like a, I consider it to be kind of like this unearthly gel to hold your shadows on. That's what I use it for. And I've used this one time. One time. And I'm still learning about it. I'm still trying it out. This is the only other Cosmic Beauty palette that I have. And look at that Color Story. The grungy, the purples, it's so pretty. So, and I think I've used this once. Nope. Have not used it once. Have not used it once. I need to use it. I just got it not that long ago, and then I got sick and I stayed home, and that's a whole other thing. This is from Beauty Bay. This is their Dark Fantasy. Okay. This is their Dark Fantasy. And it's beautiful. But if I'm looking at both of these Color Stories, there's a lot of similarities to them. I mean, obviously there's a lot of differences too, but there's a lot of similarities to them. And I don't need both of them in my collection. And I believe I would opt to use the Cosmic Beauty before I would use the Beauty Bay. And the Beauty Bay could probably go to a better home. Okay. Okay, there's that. Lunar Beauty, Siren Sunset, not going anywhere. One, it's the only Lunar Beauty palette I have left, but I love that Color Story. I need to try it out more, but I've had so many palettes and they're so hard to get in and out of my drawer that sometimes they get lost. And so with going through everything and knowing for sure what I have and being able to reorganize my drawers, hopefully this will be more accessible and I can use it more, is what my plan is. Oh my goodness. Ensley Rain Cosmic Dreamer. I absolutely 1000% love, 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 love this brand. I want everything from this brand. Am I going to get everything? No, but they have a new palette that's coming out on Friday. It's called What the Fox. And if you look up Ensley Rain, you can see how many people have been putting out stories with that palette. It's just a little 6-pan palette. It's beautiful. I honestly really need to look through the palettes that I have from them to see if I have similar vibes, to see whether or not I need to spend the money and get that one. I don't need anything. My husband would tell you, I don't need anything. And I really don't. I have so many things. But that little palette is so cute. Alrighty. Blend Bunny Divination with Robert Welsh. Oopsie. I did get this. I do love this. Well, I've used it once. I need to continue using it. It's brand new to my collection. I'm not ready to say, no, I don't want it. Yes, I do want it. At this point, it's staying because I really do want to try out the brand more. Okay. Since we already did the one Ensley Rain, we're going to do the other two. This is the Ensley Rain Flourish palette. This is so super cute. So cute. And so many people got upset because they say it's AI generated. I don't care. I mean, if it's an artist, let the artist be the artist. But if you use AI, just say it. Truth is better than lying, in my opinion. This here, oh my goodness. This here is so super pretty. Like this color right here, it is called Fairy Flutter. It is so, 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 so pretty. Love, love, love this color. I don't know if you can see, it goes from a green to a brass. It's just, it's a beautiful, 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 absolute gorgeous color story. I love Ensley Rain. Like the ones that I've tried from her so far, love her. So that's the bright and colorful one. This one is Flutter, and this is more of the grungy side. Like this one, you can see is the more bright, vibrant. This would be like the daytime in the sun type deal, and this is like the dusk, the grungy side of things. But the grungy side of things is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. This color right here, you see a pink. I see a gold. Like, there you go. You can see how it changes. So, so, so pretty. Love, love. Did I say I love it? Love it. Love it. So this is the DD Signature Jingle Bell Ruby. This is what I have on my eyes today. This is what I'm wearing. It is so pretty. So pretty. I have this color on, and then I used candy cane and snowman cookies, and I used a combination of crisp holidays and olive penguin. Olive penguin. Penguins are my favorite. I don't know if you noticed little Thaddeus back there, but this is my favorite. I love, 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 love this. Alrighty, this is the classic autumn, and I did use this the other day. I don't think I recorded it, but it is beautiful. It is. Did I use this the other day? Maybe not. Maybe I didn't use it. I really wanted to because I want to use this shade Mushroom. It's such a pretty color. It doesn't look like I used it though, so maybe I didn't. I just imagined it. I don't know. I dreamt about it. Again, this is a DD signature that I got in the ice cream beauty box. Both of those I absolutely love. They're not going anywhere. Natasha Denona Yucca palette. I got this in the Beautylish Lucky Bag, which is $150 for a Lucky Bag, and you get random products, whether it's good or bad. Yeah, but this is a $69 palette, and grungy, beautiful. I've used it a couple of times. I've had it a year, but like I said, it gets lost in the shuffle. So hopefully with narrowing things down, being able to grab things more, it'll be better to get to everything. This one, Fantasy Cosmetica, is my next haul. This is the Druid, and I have to be careful because one of the shadows is a little bit busted or something, but oh, again, it looks very similar to the Child palette or, one of those palettes. I love Fantasy Cosmetica, love their formula, love their aesthetic, love everything about them. They are in Renton, Washington, so absolutely love the brand. This is the Bard. They've changed the aesthetic of the outside now, and all of them now more look like the stained glass, but we'll get to that. This is an older palette. You can get this in the new packaging if you want to. I don't see a reason for it. I'm using what I have, but like I said, I need to be careful because I know that one of the shades, oh, it's not this one. This is the Bard, and I love this because again, I can do that yellow, orange, maroon with shifty shades. Like, they're beautiful. So yeah, there's that. I love this company. I love this brand, whatever you want to say. Fantasy Cosmetica, look them up. This is the Rogue palette. Sorry, I had to check on my dog. This is the Rogue palette, and again, I'm going to open it kind of funky. So this shadow up here is kind of wanting to go all over the place, wants to go rogue. We'll just laugh at that. So you can see it's kind of all over the place, but beautiful, beautiful color story. Love. Ooh. Doesn't help that I want to put the little screensaver into everything. Again, I need to use my palettes more, but it's hard to do that when you have as many as I have. That's why we're doing this, to get rid of some. So this is like the stained glass that they now use on their packaging. This is called the Fighter palette. And this one, this shadow kind of came a little funky, but I just kind of pressed it back in and it's fine now. But this is this color story, which again is similar to a lot of the other color stories that I have. Murky tones, but beautiful and not going anywhere. If I want a certain type of shadow, depending on which brand I go with, yeah, there's that. This is called the Warlock, again, with the newer packaging. I'm still opening kind of funky because I know that there's a chance that there's more. This one is sort of my least favorite. The color story is kind of funky on me, but now that I've done a look like this, I can see I could do a similar look and I can see more in this than I did before. So I'm excited to use this more. This one is one of my favorites. This is called the Wizard. Let's look. Sorry, my finger's not wanting to work correctly now because I don't know. I love this color story. I love blue and yellow together. It is so, so pretty. I wanted this palette for so long, like, and it took me a while to bite the bullet, I guess you could say. And I was like, well, I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I don't need it. I have so many. I won't need it. But then one of the creators that I watch, she did this palette in collaboration with this is Makeup Just for Fun, and I watch her video or her videos, and I love the fact that this is like a hidden picture and there's stuff to look at or look for in this picture. Like there's 14 night moths in here. There's a fox. There's a lot to look for in this palette also. And it's a collaboration with a YouTuber, and I wanted to support her. And it's grungy tones and it's beautiful. I just like this color up here. I'm looking at it and I see purple. You're looking at it and you see green. They're just so, so pretty. So I ordered this one, and since I was ordering this one, I ordered the Wizard palette to go, since I was making an order anyway, I might as well. But those aren't going anywhere. Okay. Friday the 13th. I ordered one because I wanted to give it to my daughter, because Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street are like her favorite things. So I ordered one, and the company actually must have messed up somehow because they sent me two. So I gave one to my daughter and I kept one for myself. Did I tell the company that they did that? No. Should I have? Yes. I was afraid they were going to make me pay for it, even though it wasn't my fault that they did that. But I did get two palettes. I did get my order from them twice. So I have this. I will be 1000% honest. This is not something that I feel guilty about it, but this is not something that I will use. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of it. Wow. Alrighty. Michaela, she's on that TT. I don't really want to say it because apparently YouTube doesn't like it when you use that genre of things and say it in their videos. So we're just going to call it TT. If you know, you know. she's very popular on there. Michaela is. But this is pot 2. It says pot 2. This is the small version because she's from Boston or Massachusetts. She's from the East Coast. And this is the color story, and it is beautiful. It's so, so pretty. But there again, honestly, I think I got this. Did I get this in that order with? I don't remember what. I think I got 2 in the same order. I'm not going to use this. Not because I don't like it. I'm not a huge fan of her in general. She's done a couple of shady type videos. Um, but as far as glam light goes and the color story goes, the product is great. I just have a ton of these colors in other products that, I mean, the Druid has these colors in it. The Yucca palette has these in it. I'm just not going to use this particular palette, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. This is the Glam Light Creeps and Crawls Scooby-Doo palette. I have both of them. I love this packaging. I love the way it feels. I don't remember what it's called, but it's very pretty. And this is the color story. These are purples and blues and green, and this isn't going anywhere. I love this. I don't necessarily have, I mean, I have you'll see in a different video, I have the Jeffree Star one, but if I want to use, I'm going to use these. Yeah. This is the Scooby-Doo Rut-Row Raggy. And here's purples, blues, greens, but different shades of purples, blues, and grays. So again, I'm going to keep this one. I love this one. I will use this one. Okay, this is Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. Sorry, he's itching down there. I love this palette. I do have to pull in a different palette to give a lighter color because these are really dark colors. However, I love this palette. I love these colors. Freddy Krueger is not my favorite. I don't really watch scary movies. It's not my favorite, but I do like those colors, so I am going to keep it. This is my only Unearthly palette. This is the Unearthly and Heather Austin Resurgence. And these are the colors, and I love them. Even if I didn't like the color story, which I do believe I need to pull in other things in order to make it into a color story that I particularly like, I would keep this. And if I ever get a chance to meet Heather, I'm going to bring a silver pen and I'm going to have her sign this for me. There's that. Alrighty, I have 4 melt palettes. And this is the Rustic palette. See, I do have palettes that I can do, neutrals in. And I would be more apt to grab this palette to do a look than that Sigma palette that is in one of the videos. I think it was the last video I did. Anyway, Rustic. And then this is the new version of the Gemini. They had a different packaging for the first one that they came out with. I never got that one. It was out of stock. I didn't know about it, whatever. But this is let me hold that a little differently. There we go. Those Rustic grungy greens. Love this palette. I've used it a couple of times, but there again, it's not one that I can drag out easily. Hopefully things will be different and I can drag it out more. Remember that was the last video. Sorry. Melt and Bailey Sarian Fatally Yours. I got this one and I saved the screensaver because look, it's Bailey's eyes. And then these are the colors and they're beautiful. They're the grungy, they're the beautiful. And again, I haven't used it a whole lot because I haven't been able to dig it out a whole lot. So I need to now that, yeah, that whole story. And this was a palette from Melt that I wanted and everybody wanted. And they said, no, we're not bringing it back because it was a dual palette. There was so like, okay, it's the Myrta palette. This was the Day of the Dead. There's another one that comes alongside it, and it has a different color story. I didn't want that one. I only wanted this one. That one has greens and reds, and it wasn't a color story at the time that I felt like I wanted or needed. But this one I wanted. Look at that color story. Like, it's so pretty. It's so different than what I have in a lot of other palettes, but I wanted this one. It screamed to me that I needed it. So when they brought it back, I bought it. That's staying. Okay, so this is Ladybug Glow. And this was in the ice cream beauty box. Yes. This is the color story and it's beautiful. And I want to try it some more. Do I absolutely need it? No. And so I'm going to really surprise myself and I'm going to say, I don't need this one. It's pretty and I like it, but I have so many. This is called The End of the Rainbow, but this was an exclusive palette, Ladybug Glow and Ice Cream Beauty, and I'm going to pass that one along. Wow. Okay. But then I also got these two in the Ice Cream Beauty box, and this is Ladybug Glow and Gourmand Girls. And I don't know whose is whose, which is which, whatever, but that's a totally different color story than lots of other palettes that I have. And I have used this one at least twice, and I love it. I will continue to keep this one, and I will put it in my palette drawer, and I will get more use out of it. And then this is, that's called El Camino. And this one is called Paradise Cove. I don't know if you can get these on Ladybug Glow or Gourmand Girls. I don't know if these were exclusive to the Ice Cream Beauty box. I have no idea. I haven't looked them up. But this is called Paradise Grove, and this is the color story. And it's beautiful. And I know, it's the grungy greens. It's the blue. It's the multi-chromes. It's beautiful and it's not going anywhere. It's staying in my collection. Okay, the last but very not least collection that I have, sorry, I need to straighten up the little plastic insert in there, are these, oh, nope. Sorry, I'll have one and then I'll do the last collection. This is Betty Bean and Shroud, but we're not really gonna. Shroud has been Not a very good company, not a very good brand. They've kind of dropped off the face of the earth. They took money from people as far as what other people are saying on the internet, and it has not been a good thing. This is the color story of It's Frickin' Bats. Now, when they first did this palette, they people bought it in like October, and then they didn't get their palette until January. And then other things happened, and then yeah, so I'm keeping it because I love the color story, but it's you can't look this up. You can't they've disappeared. Shroud is not available to anybody. The very last is my Lethal and the Last Avatar, or Avatar the Last Airbender series. Um, and I'm going to go very quickly through these. I love the packaging. I have tried all of them. I have not had them in my collection long enough to, say whatever, but this is Fire. This one is Earth. This one is Air. And this one is Water. They are absolutely beautiful. I know that was really quick going through all of them, but they're not going anywhere. They're staying in my collection. I'm not getting rid of them at all. They're, like I said, newer to my collection. It took me a long time to get these. I bought them in August, and I didn't get them until the end of October, something like that. It took a long time, and I was kind of getting upset with the brand, but things happen. I have them now. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to keep trying them. There's that. I know these last 3 videos have been a lot. Let me count. Hold on. Okay. So I knew that this particular section, I was not going to be getting rid of a whole lot. This was my top drawer. This was my easiest drawer to reach into. This is, for all intensive purposes, this is my favorite brands. Like, these are the ones that I use the most. These are the ones I reach for the most. I love these brands. Now that I'm getting rid of 9 and I'm keeping 47. There was 56 total. I'm getting rid of 9. I'm keeping 47. But I knew that this was going to be the one where I was getting rid of the least amount. So, with that all being said, please like, share, and subscribe. Oh, I should probably tell you how many I had total. Hold on. Okay, so all total, out of all of my palettes, I started out with 135. I am getting rid of 50, and I am keeping 85. I think those numbers are right. I think. I'm pretty sure those numbers are right. Got rid of at least 50, which is not a lot, but 50 is a lot, actually. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, 50 palettes. I mean, I should only keep 50 palettes, but I love these brands and I love these colors, and I won't. I need, I want to keep them all. I do, but I am getting rid of some. I am keeping a lot, but please remember, or please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, who's better than you? Nobody. I hope you enjoy. Alrighty, bye.